Hi everybody, welcome back to Sunshine Soap and Candle Company. Today I'm going to be sharing with you two exciting new recipes in one video. So the first thing I'm going to be sharing with you is how to make a beautiful exfoliating lip scrub. And we're going to make a matching lip balm to go with it. Now my lip scrub is going to leave your lips feeling soft, silky, exfoliated, and ready for lip balm. So I thought, why not include both in one video? In this video, I'm going to be going over with you why I'm using the ingredients that I'm using, my process, and my technique. I'll be sharing both full recipes and written tutorials on my Patreon campaign, so go check it out. All right, let's get started. All right, now before we get started, it's important to note that before you make any type of lotion, cosmetic, cream, or scrub, you want to make sure your entire workspace is thoroughly disinfected with a 5% bleach and water solution or a 99% rubbing alcohol rinse or wipe off. So everything's already been sanitized here, including the equipment and the little containers that we're going to be using to store the product. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and weigh out some cocoa butter. And I'm using cocoa butter in this recipe because it is very moisturizing, healing, and it leaves a nice little protective coating on your skin. It's got lots of antioxidants. And I also really like the smell of just cocoa butter. I'm actually using deodorized cocoa butter, but you can still smell it just a little bit, comes through. And then directly to my cocoa butter, I'm going to be adding in some coconut oil. Now the coconut oil has a really nice glide to it. So when you make your scrub, adding a little bit of coconut oil is going to help to spread evenly the product, and it also is very moisturizing. So I've already pre-measured out my coconut oil because I do buy it in bulk, so this is just easier to have it already weighed out. Okay. Then I'm going to be adding in some beeswax. Now beeswax is going to help this to set up more like a balm consistency, and it's also going to provide a little bit of a protective coating on your lips. After you wipe off the scrub, you'll notice that your lips are going to have a little bit of a lip balm feel to them after you wipe off the lip scrub. Beeswax is going to help this also to thicken up a little bit. And then directly to this, we're going to be adding in some apricot kernel oil. Apricot kernel oil is a lightweight carrier oil, and it has a really airy, lightweight texture to it. Alright, everything in this container is considered the heated phase of this recipe. So what we need to do is make sure we slowly warm this up till it gets all the way melted down. So the best way to do that is pop that onto a double boiler. Because there is beeswax in here, it does take a little while to melt down, but we don't want to overheat the other ingredients that are in here. So we're going to go ahead and pop this on a double boiler, and I'll bring it right back when everything's melted down. Alright, so everything is now completely melted down. And I'm going to go ahead and weigh out my flavor oil. Now the reason I'm not putting this directly on here is because the bottom is hot, and when your mixture is hot and you put it on the scale, it does mess with the read on the scale. So I'm just going to weigh it out separately. Okay, so now we're just going to stir the flavor oil. See, the flavor oil I got from Brambleberry. It's vanilla mint. It smells wonderful. And we're going to add this directly to our melted oils over here. Now, flavor oil is completely lip safe. It's much different than fragrance oil. So you do not want to get a fragrance oil and put it in here. You want to make sure if you're using any type of flavoring that it is lip safe and not a fragrance oil. Fragrance oils don't belong on your mouth or your lips. So you just want to make sure it's flavor oil made for chapsticks, lip balms. The flavor oil, a funny little note about it too, is it doesn't really taste like anything. It really just smells like vanilla mint. So there's other things you can do to make it actually have a good flavor. So to the vanilla mint, and I'll show you this when we're making the lip balm, you can add just a sweetener, and then it kind of tricks the brain into believing that you are tasting vanilla mint because you're smelling it, and then you taste the flavor of the sweet and it makes you think that you are tasting vanilla mint. To the lip scrub, we are just going to be adding in white sugar. So it will have a sweet flavor when you're doing your lip scrub, but you will also be smelling vanilla mint. Directly to this, we're going to be adding in some white sugar to this little container. All right. So let me just go ahead and take a temperature read. Okay. This is going to come down quite a bit. All right, now let's go ahead and take a temperature read on this. Okay, it has come down quite a bit from where we were. So when this sets up, you guys are going to see it sets up to a very kind of like lip balmy consistency, like a thick kind of lip balm consistency. And you just take a little bit out onto your finger and scrub your lips with it. So this is going to set up rather quickly, and the sugar will help cool it down quite a bit. So we're just adding in the sugar. We're going to give it a good stir. Smells really good, like vanilla mint. I hope my talking about the lip oil made sense to you. In short, the flavor oil doesn't have a flavor. It has a smell, like vanilla mint, so you do need to enhance it if you want it to taste sweet. And what happens is if you add a sweetener to it, like a lip safe sweetener to it, it tricks your brain into thinking you are tasting vanilla mint. And in this case, we already have a sweetener, and it's our sugar, so we don't need to add a sweetener to it. Okay, you can see right now it's still in a very liquidy state, so I'm just going to make sure it's nice and combined, and that sugar isn't clumping up. We may be able to pour into our little containers while it's still liquidy, but it's okay if it sets up. If it sets up too quickly, then we'll just go ahead and scoop it into the container. So I'm going to show you what we're using. So I'm using these little half-ounce containers that they're clear little plastic containers that I got a long time ago. I think I got them from Brambleberry. So I think the little half-ounce containers are actually perfect size for lip scrubs and lip balms. I think once you get into that 1 ounce range, it takes a long time to use it up. So I actually really do like this little 1 ounce size or half-ounce size. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and try to just pour as it's still liquidy, but this will set up quickly, so we may have to move over to scooping. All right, so these are now all filled up and they do need some time to set up. They're getting cool and setting up rather quickly, but they probably need a few hours to completely come down all the way in temperature. So I'm gonna put them off to the side and let them cool, clean up my area, and I'll be right back to share with you how to make the matching lip balm. All right, we're back to go ahead and make the lip balm. So the first thing we're gonna be doing is adding some beeswax to this container. I'm just using some white cosmetic grade beeswax, and I like beeswax in a lip balm because it helps the lip balm to set up. It also provides a nice protective barrier on the lips, and I just like the feel of it. It leaves a nice moisturizing feel to your end product. All right, so we're gonna first weigh that out. Then to this, we're gonna be adding in some mango butter. You could actually use mango butter directly on your lips. You don't even have to add anything else to it. You could just take this and melt it down and put it in a container and use it straight. It has a really nice feel. It adds a nice coating to your lips, but it doesn't feel too heavy at the end of the product. It just kind of moisturizes and sits on the lips. So we're gonna be adding some mango butter to this, just a little bit more. Okay, and then to this, we're gonna be adding in some Takuma butter. Takuma butter is kind of it's got a similar consistency to the mango butter, but it's a little bit softer. It's not quite as hard. So we're gonna be adding in our Takuma butter. And I need to go grab my other container. I'll be right back, okay? Just a little bit more. Takuma butter has a nice smell all on its own too. It's a very moisturizing butter that also has kind of a lightweight feel. Okay, so directly to this, we're gonna be adding in our rice bran oil. Now, rice bran oil is a great replacement for vitamin E. It's full of antioxidants. And then to this, we're gonna be adding in some sunflower oil. This is a beautiful lightweight oil. And I think this is responsible for the sheen. This is gonna be a more kind of a glossy texture of a lip balm. Now this is the heated phase of the lip balm. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and put this in a double boiler and get everything melted down. And then when we come back, I'll be adding in the flavor oil and pouring it into containers. All right, everything is now melted down and we're ready to weigh out our flavor oil. So for this one, we do need to use two different things. So we're gonna use this little glass beaker, and the first thing I'm gonna do is add in something called Lip Smacking Sweet. Lip Smacking Sweet is a flavor oil that adds a sweet taste to your finished product. We're adding this in conjunction with the vanilla mint. Okay. So the reason we're adding this in with the vanilla mint is this is what's actually going to make it taste. Okay. Then we're going to grab our vanilla mint. All right, there we go. So once we add this in, we're just gonna mix it up really good and then pour it into our little 1/2 ounce containers. So lip balm from scratch is a really fun thing to do because you can create different formulas that suit your needs. If you want something heavier, you could add in more butters or different types of butters. If you want something lighter, you can add in more liquid oils. This one is definitely kind of a medium weight, and it's gonna give your lips a more glossy finish. It's glossier. Okay, we're just giving this a nice stir. And then also you can eliminate beeswax if you don't want to use any animal products in your finished product. You can use vegetable-based waxes like candelilla wax instead, or you can do a no wax lip balm. There's lots and lots of options, and it's just an easy thing to do. It's just a matter of melting and combining your raw ingredients into something that you like. Okay, now we're just going to go ahead and get our little containers set up here, and we're just going to start pouring. These are easy to overfill, so you just have to kind of be diligent. All right, everybody, so we're just gonna go ahead and let those set up. This filled up 10 little containers of 1/2 ounce lip balm containers. So we're gonna go ahead and let these set up, and I'll bring you right back and then we'll do a little product demo. All right, these are all set up, so I'm gonna go ahead and cap them off, and then I will show you how this product works. Okay, everybody, so it's the next day and I'm back to go ahead and show you a demo of how these two products work. So this is the lip scrub, and as you can see, it's like a lip balm kind of consistency. So all you do, smells really good, is you just take a little bit out on your finger, like that. You just rub it on your lips. And you're just exfoliating the dry skin. Tastes good. So then after it's all exfoliated, you just take a paper towel and wipe it off. And then you follow up with the lip balm. That's the same flavor. And there you have it. That is how you make my lip scrub and matching lip balm. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, please remember to give it a like, a comment, subscribe, and share with your friends. Catch you on the next video.